We're starting off today with WrestleMania news as WWE finally made it official. WrestleMania 43 is heading to Saudi Arabia. The company confirmed the long-rumored move with a major live announcement last night, revealing that the 2027 mega event will take place in Riyadh as part of Riyadh season. The news came through WWE's social media channels during a special live stream hosted by Joe Tessitore. The announcement had no shortage of star power, as Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shawn Michaels, Liv Morgan, The Undertaker, Stephanie Vaquer, Logan Paul, and Seth Rollins all appeared before Triple H finally took the stage. Triple H reflected on how far WrestleMania has grown and hinted that more major announcements are still to come. He then welcomed Turki Al-Sheikh, who officially confirmed that WrestleMania 43 will be staged in Riyadh as part of the government-backed entertainment initiative designed to bring global events to the kingdom. Notably, Levesque and Al-Sheikh did not reveal whether the event would take place across 1 or 2 nights. According to PW Insider, WWE is being paid a mind-blowing amount of money for the deal, though the exact figure has not been reported. Speculation only grew after Nick Piccolo, who works with a talent agency representing WWE talent, posted on X shortly after the announcement. While vague, his message fueled discussion about a possible $250 million price tag attached to WrestleMania 43. Behind the scenes, John Big Guberick, WWE's liaison to Saudi Arabia, was reportedly instrumental in getting the deal finalized. PW Insider also noted that WrestleMania week in Riyadh is expected to feature Raw, SmackDown, the Hall of Fame ceremony, and more, though it's unclear whether NXT will also be part of the lineup. Planning sources added that a firm date has yet to be locked in, as it'll depend on final venue decisions. With the event now official, fan attention quickly shifted to who might actually perform on the card. According to Fightful, any names being floated at this stage are purely hypothetical. That includes a report claiming Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson could be involved, with payouts rumored in the $25 to $50 million range, more than any wrestler has ever received for a single event. Fightful was told this discussion hasn't even started, though it remains a fair assumption given the scale of the show. Neither The Rock nor Stone Cold Steve Austin have been approached to appear or wrestle at WrestleMania 43. Wrestlers Fightful spoke to also addressed concerns about traveling to Saudi Arabia. Many said that at this point they feel safe on the trips. This is a far cry from 2019, when talent was stranded on the tarmac for hours following Crown Jewel, causing massive changes to that week's SmackDown. Fightful also reported that talent no longer receives separate bonuses for Saudi shows, as the payouts are now built into their contracts. In another sign of WWE's deepening ties, WrestleVotes confirmed the company has opened a permanent office in Riyadh, further cementing its commitment to the region. While WWE celebrated the announcement, the reaction online told a different story. Shortly after the announcement, Triple H followed up with a post on X that read, "A partnership built on history, respect, and global impact. The road to 2027 starts now, and it's going to be epic." But fans weren't convinced. Many in the UK felt especially snubbed after years of lobbying for WrestleMania, pointing out that recent London shows were treated as little more than token gestures. One fan summed up the frustration by tweeting, "We want WrestleMania in London." Others cut straight to the point, with the dominant message being, "No one wanted this. You sold out." The backlash didn't just stay online, it carried over to a live WWE broadcast. During WWE x AAA Worlds Collide in Las Vegas, the same city where the WrestleMania 43 announcement had been made, the company aired a hype package celebrating Riyadh as the host city. The live crowd immediately turned on the video, chanting "You sold out" so loudly that the reaction was picked up on the microphones. The negativity carried on to WWE's official YouTube page, where the announcement video racked up over 12,000 dislikes in less than a day. Fans made it clear that they believe WWE prioritized financial gain over rewarding long-term fan bases like the UK. With this all unfolding, the WrestleMania 43 announcement has already sparked controversy before a single match has been booked. So now we turn it over to you. What's your take on WWE choosing Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania 43? Do you see it as a bold global move, or do you agree with fans who believe the company sold out? Brock Lesnar kicked off SmackDown to a chorus of boos and loud "You chants, but before he could get a word out, R-Truth's music hit. The veteran came out rapping the extended version of his What's Up entrance theme, soaking in the crowd reaction before stepping into the ring to confront the Beast incarnate. What followed was a back-and-forth exchange that blended comedy with tension. Truth explained that he was actually Ron Cena, claiming that John Cena was both his childhood hero and his older brother, despite Cena being younger than him in real life. Lesnar, who has historically struggled to keep a straight face during Truth's antics, once again appeared to break character at points before finally planting him with an F5 to end the segment. The chaos didn't stop there. In delivering the move, Lesnar ripped his jeans, which led to an impromptu jig in his loosened pants. Fans erupted as he played along, even bending over in the ring to show off his backside before heading out. With a grin to the camera, he pointed to his briefs and joked, "Blue underwear." According to PW Insider, the bit didn't go over well backstage. Those in Gorilla, particularly Bruce Pritchard, were reportedly upset with the part where Lesnar bent over to the camera. Sources added that Lesnar brushed it off, laughing as he walked through the curtain past Gorilla, as if nothing was wrong. When the biggest talking point of the opening segment ends up being Lesnar tearing his pants, it speaks volumes about the value of those 15 minutes. The angle ultimately accomplished little, and fans expecting a Cena-Lesnar face-off tonight were clearly disappointed. Looking ahead, Lesnar is set to face John Cena on September 20th, and in a major confirmation, ESPN SportsCenter host Joe Tessitore revealed that the match will officially headline the WrestlePalooza Premium Live event. With Cena's farewell looming and Lesnar's career also nearing its end, the stage is set for a blockbuster clash. But the question now is simple. Who do you see walking out the winner at WrestlePalooza? Brock Lesnar or John Cena, and why? Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. The first match of the night saw Sami Zayn continue his United States Championship Open Challenge as he looks to continue Cena's legacy from 2015, and it was Fenix who stepped up. The masked man had a hot start, and he left the champion reeling heading into the commercial break as he frustrated Zayn with his high-flying moves, including a tornado DDT. Zayn and Fenix continued to trade counters and reversals, keeping the match competitive as neither man maintained an advantage for a sustained period. The fans hung on every near fall as they wanted to see who would keep the other down for the 3 count. In the end, it was Zayn who achieved that as he defeated Fenix after connecting with a haluva kick to retain his title. Fans were immediately left to feel like nothing would top this match on the night due to the high quality they delivered, with this being a wrestling-centric match with no interference or disqualifications. People want to see more matches like this moving forward, as well as more of Fenix in general, who has been underutilized since his arrival in the company. He's far too talented not to receive the same push as his brother Penta, and hopefully this performance helps him. Interestingly, earlier in the night, when Fenix was announced as Zayn's opponent, it was interesting to see Shinsuke Nakamura lingering in the background, which continued to happen. Nakamura popped up again when Carmelo Hayes was revealed as Zayn's next opponent, which seemingly hints that a storyline could be brewing moving forward. Hayes being the next challenger for Zayn's title is something that led to frustrations from his tag team partner The Miz, who hasn't been pleased with Hayes' recent decisions. He has recently appeared at NXT to reunite with Trick Williams, and now he's focusing on the United States title, which has led Miz to suggest that he sees his ambitions as a direct threat. Miz warned Hayes that he might lose what he once considered to be his meal ticket, with the bigger question now being if he'll end up getting involved at NXT Homecoming in Hayes' tag team match against DIY. After weeks of escalating tension, WWE delivered a high-stakes main event as Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton collided in a hard-hitting encounter. The Scottish psychopath targeted Orton's body early, working over the Viper with precision, but Orton fired back, slamming McIntyre repeatedly back first onto the commentary table, an iconic move that's become synonymous with the Viper. Despite Orton appearing in control at several points, the tide shifted when he re-entered the ring and was immediately caught with a Claymore kick. Both men continued trading signature offense, with Orton responding with an RKO in a desperate attempt to secure victory. The match took a dramatic turn when Orton began bleeding from the head. He attempted to hit his punt kick, but the referee intervened, allowing McIntyre to capitalize with another Claymore to secure the win. After the bout, McIntyre continued his assault, but the momentum shifted once Cody Rhodes made his triumphant return. Rhodes confronted McIntyre, exchanging blows with the Scotsman and laying down a challenge for a WrestlePalooza showdown. The match itself lived up to expectations, showcasing the skill and resilience of both competitors, but narrative clues suggest a heel turn for Orton could be on the horizon, potentially setting up a WrestleMania-worthy clash with Rhodes if WWE holds off long enough to maximize the impact. The physical toll of the match became clear as WWE officials later confirmed that Randy Orton had sustained injuries during the bout. He landed awkwardly on his knee, which visibly affected his movement for the remainder of the night. Vic Joseph noted, "It looked to me that Randy Orton tweaked his knee a little bit." Booker T added further context. "It looked like he may have jammed it a little bit after that last sequence. Right now, he's trying to walk it off." Orton's knee was not his only concern. He also suffered a head injury after an impact on the outside of the ring, leaving him busted open and bleeding by the conclusion of the match. While McIntyre emerged victorious, Cody Rhodes' timely return prevented Orton from taking further punishment, providing a dramatic and memorable end to a night of intense action. What do you think WWE should do next with Randy Orton? Should they move forward with a heel turn, or hold off to build a bigger showdown with Cody Rhodes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In a stunning turn of events at Worlds Collide, Dominik Mysterio pulled off the unthinkable, capturing the AAA Mega Championship immediately following WWE-Smackdown. Earlier in the night, he had set a stipulation with his father, Rey Mysterio. If Dominik won the AAA Mega Championship, Rey would be obligated to place the belt around his son's waist. Rey agreed, raising the stakes for what would become a dramatic main event. The match began with Dominik visibly under pressure, struggling to keep up with the speed and strength of El Hijo del Vikingo. For much of the bout, he appeared on the back foot, facing a formidable challenge that made victory seem uncertain. The Judgment Day made an appearance, creating a distraction even though they could not directly assist Dominik. Rey Mysterio quickly chased them away, but the disruption allowed for a pivotal moment when El Hijo del Vikingo was distracted by El Grande Americano. Dominik capitalized on the opening, using a loaded mask to knock out the champion and hitting the splash to secure the victory, leaving the crowd stunned and crowning a new AAA Mega Champion. After the match, Dominik forced Rey to place the AAA Mega Championship around his waist, berating his own father in the process. To cement his new identity, he proclaimed himself the King of the Luchadors, signaling a bold, new chapter in his career. This victory immediately raises questions about Dominik Mysterio's future. How should WWE capitalize on this momentum? Sound off in the comments below. The WrestleMania 43 announcement in Riyadh wasn't just about confirming the historic event, it also gave fans an unexpected reminder of WWE's past. During the press conference, Turki Al-Sheikh reflected on how the partnership between Saudi Arabia and WWE first came together, and in doing so, he brought up two major names that shaped the initial discussions. Al-Sheikh specifically pointed to Triple H and Vince McMahon as the figures who first engaged with the kingdom. He explained the origins of their talks by saying, "I would like to thank the Crown Prince for his support, especially in WWE, because this is what happened in our country. Before 8 years ago, I meet with me and my father, Vince McMahon, and Triple H at my home when I was a minister of sport in my country. I said to them, let's go ahead changing in the future to deliver big project together. I hope that we're delivering close to that." The comment stood out not only because it acknowledged Vince McMahon's role on the original deal, but also because it marked one of the few times his name has been mentioned publicly in a WWE setting since his departure last year. So the question becomes, what's your take on Vince McMahon being name-dropped during this major press conference? Do you think this could signal a path for him to return to WWE in some capacity, or was it simply a nod to history? Share your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. Jerry the King Lawler has suffered another health scare, leaving fans across the wrestling world deeply concerned. The WWE Hall of Famer recently endured a minor stroke, but has since been discharged from the hospital and is now resting at home. According to Fox 13 Memphis, Lawler suffered the stroke last Friday at his condo in Fort Myers, Florida, as confirmed by his caregiver. He was immediately treated at a local hospital before receiving medical clearance to return to Memphis on Thursday night. This marks the second stroke for Lawler in just 2 years. Back in 2023, he suffered one that affected the left side of his body. The most recent incident impacted his right side and slightly impaired his vision. Thankfully, his caregiver confirmed that Lawler is still able to walk and talk as he continues his recovery. Because of the stroke, Lawler was forced to cancel several upcoming public appearances, including his scheduled spot at Horror Hound Weekend. While disappointing for fans, the priority remains his health and recovery. Swift medical care and Lawler's own resilience have once again made a major difference. Fans from around the world continue to send messages of love and support as the King focuses on healing and regaining his full strength. Were you surprised to hear about Jerry Lawler's second stroke? Share your thoughts and well wishes in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories and support for one of wrestling's most enduring legends. Back to SmackDown, as there was a big moment on this show for Solo Sikoa, who delivered a great promo that seemed to push a new direction for him as a character, which he needed. Sikoa was vulnerable and spoke about losing the bloodline, the Ulafala, and the United States title, as he was clearly frustrated and angry about what had been happening to him. It showed that he had found a new purpose moving forward, as he seemed set to channel his rage in a more focused manner, with his overall presentation making this segment one of his strongest to date. How would you like to see WWE book Sikoa moving forward, and who should be his next opponent on SmackDown? B-Fab and Giulia were set for a non-title match this week, but before it could start, B-Fab ended up being attacked by Kiana James, leading to a 2-on-1 beatdown until Michin made the save with a kendo stick. The heels ended up running away as the segment continued the strange booking of Giulia in general. Despite her star power, WWE is keeping her in the mid-card with a manager in a situation where she barely gets any television time, which feels like a waste. What do you make of Giulia's booking on the main roster, and how would you like to see WWE handle her moving forward? The WWE Women's Championship was also on the line this week, with Jade Cargill getting another shot at Tiffany Stratton after one small mistake cost her in their encounter at SummerSlam. Cargill dominated the match due to her strength and power advantage, but the champion fought back and made the most of mistakes made by the challenger. However, Stratton then made a mistake when she missed with a moonsault to the floor, which allowed Cargill to drive her through the timekeeper's position. That led to the count reaching 10 as the match ended in a countout, which was frustrating for fans, as Nia Jax then appeared and laid Stratton out with an annihilator. It was a shame to see this match end this way, as Stratton and Cargill have great chemistry, and this was arguably a step up from their SummerSlam match, which was only hurt by the finish. The creative team going back to Nia Jax is seemingly the only way WWE knows how to move forward at the moment, which is little fault of her own, but is becoming boring for fans. It's a spot that could have been reserved for someone fresher such as Giulia, but now the question is whether or not a triple threat match will be set for WrestlePalooza, or if Bianca Belair will appear to make it a fatal four-way. What do you think? Should it stay a triple threat, or would Bianca's return raise the stakes even higher? Let us know in the comments below. The Wyatt Six continued their push of late as Bo Dallas and Eric Rowan delivered a chilling promo that truly echoed the spirit of the original Wyatt family, which started it all for this group. Dallas even delivered the classic phrase of his brother, "Follow the buzzards," which instantly sent chills running through the arena as Bray Wyatt's legacy was highlighted. They focused on the Street Profits with their promo, claiming that they had merely been planting seeds for a disease that would take hold. Visual glitches popped up, making the segment even more chilling as Dallas transformed into Uncle Howdy, his mask flickering onto the screen. Rowan is typically a silent presence, but he delivered one of the most memorable moments of the night as he spoke about brotherhood and loss. It was clearly a promo all about his past with Brodie Lee and Bray Wyatt, both of whom he sadly lost. He was speaking from the heart in a moment that felt genuine and authentic, which fans appreciated. However, they snapped back into their usual haunting presence by showcasing images of the Street Profits that were similar to the Twitter video that was used before Clash in Paris. That, combined with the recent cryptic tweets from Angelo Dawkins, have fueled speculation that he might be under Uncle Howdy's influence, possibly leading to a heel turn for him that would split the Street Profits. We're ending today with a major announcement for the women's tag team division on this show, as it was confirmed that Chelsea Green and the Secret Hervis will be getting a title shot. However, their opponents might not end up being Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, as Nick Aldis confirmed the champions will defend their titles at NXT Homecoming against Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame first. Do you think Alexa and Charlotte will hold on to the gold, or could Paxley and Dame shock the world and change the path of this championship chase? How did you find SmackDown this week? What did you think was the best match or segment, and do you think the show built up WrestlePalooza effectively? Sound off in the comments below.